And helping youth and young adults who are experiencing homelessness find shelter and housing. That's one of the goals of Host Home OK in partnership with Sisu Family Youth Services and the Oklahoma Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services. Here with me today to learn more are Andrew Delali and Alex McGowan Rayburn. Welcome in.
Thank you for having us.
So great to see you both here. We were talking a little bit before we came to us, and I think that this is so important to talk about. So I love this. Let's start with an overview though. Host Home OK. What is it really all about, and an overview of how this works? Andrew, I don't know if you want to take this one.
Sure.
Okay.
So basically the idea of Host Homes is that this is a different option for youth experiencing homelessness, so they aren't having to go into the shelter system or stay out on the streets. They're able to access an environment that's more home-like, more structured, more supportive than what they might get at shelters. Shelters have their place, of course, and we're extremely grateful for them, but at the end of the day, they're not the best fit for every young person, and they're not always going to be the safest spot for them. And so what Host Homes hopes to do is just kind of create that home-like environment while they're navigating homelessness, while they're getting the resources they need to plan ahead for the next phase of their life, whether that be housing, employment, school. It's just another option in the continuum.
I love it. It really is so important to think about here. How big of an issue is youth homelessness here in Oklahoma?
It's big and it's growing.
Okay.
So we saw a 35% increase between 2020 and 2022 in our point in time count. That's a really big jump, and so it's something that has to be addressed.
And I was reading some of the numbers that you guys released to us just in terms of how many school-age children, they're going to school but are either couch homeless or homeless in general. And that's something that I think maybe a lot of people don't realize, is that these are our kids in our school system experiencing this. And I know that could make a learning environment tough as well.
Absolutely.
And that by definition is, and when we look at the population of school-age children, we talk about 1,900 in 2022 that were couch homeless, and by definition that means they're being hosted by someone.
Right.
They're just lacking the additional support and structure that they might need to kind of help make sure that they don't stay in that situation for long.
And that's where Host Home is hopefully able to come in. Okay, so let's talk about how it's structured for the Host Home families themselves. Who are you looking for, and who can apply for the program?
So we're looking for adults that are 25 and over. They need to have a guest room. Ideally, it's already furnished and ready to go for a young person to move in, and a private space with a door. They need to have homeowners insurance or renter's insurance and be over the age of 25. And then we'll do a thorough background check, so they'll need to pass that. And then we do 4 hours of training. And we have our training scheduled for April 30th at 11 a.m.
Okay.
And what else? Yeah, though they need to live within an hour of Sisu. We're located at Northwest 31st and Penn in Oklahoma City, so within an hour, so that they can receive the case management that they need.
And then how does it work once a family is or individual, 25 or older, is plugged in with someone? What kind of support remains through all of your partners to make sure that this process goes smoothly?
We're really excited to partner with Department of Mental Health on this. So for the youth, they will have a case manager that is through Sisu. They will meet weekly. And then for the actual host, they will have a host home coordinator, and that will be Richard from the Department of Mental Health, so that everybody has an advocate and kind of a representative in this relationship.
Okay.
And in addition to the requirements that Alex had shared, we don't want to create barriers for folks to apply to be hosts. So if having renter's insurance or having furniture for your space is a barrier, we do have resources and partnerships to also alleviate that. So don't let that be a reason not to apply. If your space is not furnished, or if you don't have renter's insurance at the time, we can help get you connected to that as well.
And before I let you both go here, maybe you each quickly want to weigh in on this. Just any final message to our viewers who maybe feel this calling in their heart to help out, but might be a little bit hesitant, or just kind of this is something new and different. Just a last message to people who this might strike a chord with today to encourage.
Absolutely. This is a really great way for members of the community to get involved and to serve and provide support for youth that need it. And if you feel like this is for you, go through our training. And if after that you say, oh, maybe this isn't for me, I'd like to get involved and support youth in other ways, we can absolutely get you plugged in other places.
And for me, I think because we do have such a strong supportive network between their partnership, that we do support the hosts. Once they're trained and vetted and ready to go, the support doesn't end. We still check in with them. We still give them like ongoing continuing education, continuing support, and we also check in with them just as if they were our clients as well. So they're not just going to be left to the wolves to kind of fend for themselves once they take in a youth. We're going to help them along the way.
Everyone, Host Home OK. This is a brilliant concept here to help out the really thousands of homeless youth that we have here in Oklahoma. I applaud you guys for your efforts and your partnership. Thank you so much for coming on today and telling our viewers about this very important stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Everyone, we're back after this break. Stick around.